Minecraft. Tell your friends. Do tell your friends. I have been having so much fun so far in this season of Exploration and Tactics in Minecraft 1.6, playing in ultra-hardcore mode, and I've really been enjoying it. I think you guys have been enjoying watching it as well, so by all means, tell your friends to come and watch. It's been cool. And in today's episode, it's not going to be that action-packed, but it is going to involve a lot of exploration, and not only will we find something a little unexpected, but then we'll find something unexpected, and then we'll find something very unexpected. I had a whole lot of fun this episode, so let's get right into it. Welcome back to Exploration and Tactics with Brian. We are picking up where we left off last time. I had arrived at another continent across an ocean that I'd been sailing to the east, and we had seen these horses. And, alright, I see some spiders over there. I still need to be careful because there's going to be various mobs on the surface who may not have burned up. So, basically, I'm going to go past these horses. And I'm just going to go ahead and say that now. Okay, there are some zombies and things burning up over there. So we will let them burn. And I will explain why I'm going past them in just a moment. But first off, I want to just kind of get myself back somewhere kind of... Oh, there's a creeper there too. Oh, and I can't steer the boat that way. Right. And are my game sounds working? It might just be... Yes. Okay, now I hear a splash. Might simply be that there's nothing around that makes any sounds. I dropped my boat on the surface of the ocean, and so I just went down there to pick it up. I know that's a little bit dark. Might be hard to see. But yeah, I'm going to continue to the east, and then I'll explain my rationale regarding the horses. So basically, I ended the previous episode, a previous play session. It's new. Oh, there's another horse up there. New play session for Brian a few days later. And between then and now, I thought about a few things. Basically, I thought about what advantages horses could give me, potentially. This is short, so I'll just swim it. And the main one that it seems that they might offer is fast travel. That was based on suggestions from the comments. And I originally was kind of skeptical about that, although we'll come back to that in a moment. But in any case, it would be fast travel, I presume, on land as opposed to water. And the main purpose of this journey that I'm on right now is, in fact, to travel afar across the ocean and try to find a mushroom biome, as well as, just any other useful surface structures, like if we found, a jungle temple or a desert pyramid or something like that that could have good loot, that would be useful as well. And so I don't think that horses would be useful for traveling across the ocean. And then the other thing that occurred to me is that I think you need a way to saddle them with saddles or horse armor or something like that. And while I think I own all of those things as some of the loot that I had in the Nether Fortress. All of my ownership of those things is probably a few thousand blocks back that way to the west. And I'm far away from home. And so I think the horses would be impractical for me to try to use here where I just found them for the first time, both because they are far away from my base and far away from any supplies that I think I would need to use in order to try to saddle them or tame them or whatever you need to do to ride them. And they are also an ocean away from my base, and my hunch is that they are terrestrial animals that won't be particularly useful for crossing vast swaths of ocean. And so I'm leaving the horses behind. I'm sure we'll encounter them again somewhere in this Let's Play, hopefully closer to home. And then we'll have an opportunity to go and try to interact with them more. But basically, after thinking about that, I decided I wasn't going to stand around and spend 20 minutes trying to interact with the horses when it was probably the case that I wouldn't be able to do anything useful with them anyway. But I just wanted to go ahead and explain that decision. So, where does that leave us now? Hey, here's another ocean. So it appears. So I'm just going to continue heading. I've been on a path for the most part that's about... Yeah, if you look at my compass, you can see... I think I'm headed just about directly east. So we're going to continue to go that way. Good news is, one thing the boats don't completely suck at is just heading in a straight line in one direction. So what was I starting to say? Right. So I'm recording this now on Monday night. On Monday, I had 3 videos go up on my channel. And yeah, the third one was simply a brief announcement video I made when I discovered that both Mindcrack UHC, Season 12, the next season of Mindcrack UHC, had begun, as well as, that I knew about from a day previously, the ultra-hardcore subreddit. Those folks where I play a lot of ultra-hardcore games, they occasionally do recorded rounds. It's kind of Mindcrack style, where everybody records their perspectives and uploads, on a 20-minute schedule, every other day kind of thing, just like Mindcrack is doing. And so there was that as well. That hole does not look suspicious to me. There's a hole over here that looks suspiciously like it might be dungeon-shaped. So let's come take a quick look. No, just from a distance it looked nice and rectangular, but it is too small. All right, so deserts. I'm getting sidetracked from my conversation topic for a minute, but deserts are always important to explore. I am going to head a little bit now to the, I believe this is south, and continue exploring this desert just to see if there might be a pyramid hidden in here, because that could be a really easy way to obtain some useful resources for this ultra-hardcore Let's Play, because I believe I'm carrying a fistful of apples. All right, got one apple. Not quite a fistful. Got some chunk errors here, so we'll hit F3A to get chunks to reload. Oh, here's a desert village. Let's see if it happens to have a blacksmith. As a reminder, once again, although I think I made this reminder in the previous episode as well, I'm not doing any villager trading in this particular Let's Play. That's one of my own personal restrictions. However, if they do have stuff I want to steal, I will steal it. Oh, and there's a pyramid here too. And we discovered last episode that these guys make noise. Ooh. It's a little bit disconcerting, some of the noises they make. I think one of them might have been like taking cactus damage, maybe. It sounded like one of them was an ouchie noise. I did not see a blacksmith. I need to take a little bit of care as I enter this thing, because there can be dark spots inside, so there could be mobs in here. Alright, I don't see any mobs right now. And I don't hear any mobs, so I think I'm safe there. We've already determined that these are still stone pressure plates, and so I can safely do that. Oh, wow! I forgot that I am carrying an efficiency 4 pick now. I don't think I've used this pick on sandstone since I obtained it. And it tears through sandstone like nobody's business, so look out, world. Alright, let's see what kind of good loot we have in here. I would not mind diamonds, I would not mind gold. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't mind just about anything that I find in here, but gold! Hooray, that's a big deal. I don't think I even care about the bones right now. More gold. More gold. Oh, wow. More gold. And some horse armor. Apparently you can find horse armor in these things as well. Okay, I will... Do I want the horse armor? I've already got its gold horse armor. I think I have diamond horse armor back at home. I'm not going to bother with that. TNT may be valuable. It's starting to get my inventory pretty cluttered at this point. I also need to, once again, do some inventory management in order to pick up the TNT. But I will go ahead and pick it up for now. I may end up leaving it in a chest or discarding it later. We'll worry about that when the time comes. But the gold... Wow, that's great. I just got another 2 or 3 apples worth of gold right there. Kind of wasn't paying close enough attention to the numbers to see just how that worked out. But that is a welcome find. Alright, don't see any bad guys. We're going to take one more pass through the village to see if there's anything important. Yes, there is a smith. Alright, blacksmith. Don't hear any bad guys, just hear villagers making crazy noises. What do you got? More apples, great. More iron. I really don't need the leggings or the bread. Thank you, villagers. You've been helpful on my little exploration quest here. Alright, I need to recall that I am a little ways to the south of my otherwise straight eastward line. Let's see. Yeah, alright, so this is heading again further to the east. This desert seems pretty vast. I'm going to continue heading a little bit to the south, and we can correct back to the north in a bit. But that was obviously an extremely fruitful outing. And, alright, there's a desert well. So there's another structure, and it looks like there might even be a plains over here. So we're going to kind of creep to the south, and then we'll circle back to the north in order to try to... Well, I guess how important is it, really? I have a compass, so I will be able to find my way back home simply by going directly in the direction of the compass. There's some more horses, so it does appear that they are a little bit... It could just be somewhat unlucky, because I was by a plains with my original spawn point, and I didn't see any horses there, but now I've seen a couple of plains biomes that contained horses. I do think if I continue heading in the eastward direction, though, it'll be more likely to have me come to the vast oceans where you find mushroom biomes, and so I am going to kind of correct my trajectory back in that direction. Just because that is the thing I would like to find the most. So mushroom biome, basically I don't have a silk touch pick right now. If I know the location of a mushroom biome, I could come back to it in order to get the mycelium, but it's also the case that if I manage to find one, that I will be able to mine up a lot of resources in relative safety. The main ones being gold and diamonds are some things that I could really use some more of that would make me feel better. But yeah, I'm probably going to have to start doing some cuts or fast forwards or something here, because I think it's going to be a lot of traveling, at least until nighttime comes again. Just trying to travel quickly and see if we can cover some more ground. And so, yeah, and I'll have to figure out how far I want to go before, alright, it is starting to get dark, before I want to just turn around and try to, like, circle back home another way. Because at some point, you know, if we travel days and days and days, then I'm taking on more risk. I've got a few more golden apples in my pocket, though. I could really probably afford to extend this journey a fair bit based on the amount of healing items I have at my disposal. And this is great timing to apparently find another ocean. All right, I'm going to hop in another boat, do some more sailing off in this direction, and perhaps make a cut. Well, thank goodness the rain has finally stopped. You will see that it is the middle of the day. Basically, I've been sailing the ocean all night and half the day, and I just recently made a southward turn. Based on the deflection of my compass, I was originally appearing to be a little bit north of my spawn point, and so basically I'm sailing across a little bit of ocean to the south, and then in a moment I'm going to make another right turn and head back to the west, back towards my spawn point, but basically to cover kind of another section of ocean. And whenever I see land masses, I always let them load a little bit, but so far it's always been little islands. That's one of the biggest islands I've seen so far. But I've seen a number of small islands, and right at the beginning of my journey I saw something that looked like it might be another continent, but I kind of steered around it. And so, in any case, if we manage to be in a section of the ocean that you can go sailing for 15 minutes at a time and not see anything other than spotty little islands, this is indeed one of the best places to go looking for mushroom islands. And so basically, I'm now headed back in the direction that I came, but I'm probably, based on how far south I went, I don't know, a few hundred blocks to the south, and so basically I'll be able to look out for other land masses other than the ones I saw on the way up, and so hopefully we'll encounter a mushroom biome. I really prefer... I have the compass so I can get back to my spawn point kind of no matter which way I go, but if I do manage to find a mushroom biome, it'll be much easier if it is directly to the east or almost directly to the east for me to be able to kind of like come back and find it again later. And so I'm hoping that I'll find one that's kind of right along this line, where now I'm heading directly west back towards my spawn point. But if I don't, or if we just don't find a mushroom biome at all, then so be it. Alright, but that's enough talking for now. I'll do another cut, and hopefully we'll find something interesting. Okay, moon is setting, sun is rising, and I believe I may be arriving back at the continent that I originally departed from. I see some more horses over there in another plains biome. I want to verify that this is indeed a continent. But I did try to time it so that basically I was sailing out for a day and a half and then coming back for a day and a half, so I'd be arriving back at the continent at sunrise, and that appears to be what has happened here. But I want to see the continent straight ahead of me just to kind of verify that. Yeah, I think that is where we are at. And so, well, I've come this far, and now I have some more gold to heal, and so I think I'm actually going to stick around and explore more of this ocean, which probably involves another long cut. But basically, I'm just about directly in line with the spawn point right now. I'm going to head a bit to the south, and then sail out directly into the ocean again. And yeah, do that for another day and a half, and then sail back for another day and a half, just to explore a bit more of the ocean in the hopes of finding a mushroom biome. So I will see you in a bit. And I will give you a nice little drive-by shot. The horses come in a variety of different colors, and these guys are black, but some of them have... Oh, and they make different noises? I see a bad guy burning up on the surface over there. Some of them have spots and patches. And the ones I saw earlier were all... Most of them were white, and these are mostly black. And there's a lot of horses here. And there's a brown horse? Wow. Oh, and there's like ponies. There's... All right. I think I see baby horses. And that makes me more interested in just having a quick look. Yes, these horses are definitely smaller than these other horses. And so I believe that these are ponies. Well, I guess actually pony is actually a word for like a different type of horse and not a baby horse. And there's a fire over there. Wow, and they rear up. That must be like a lava pool that's setting some grass on fire over there or something. All right, once again, I don't think the horses are actually useful mobs for me now, but I did want to take a closer look because I didn't realize. I guess that's like when you see cats in jungle biomes. Sometimes they spawn with kittens as well, and so I guess it's a similar kind of phenomenon that's going on there. All right, but apparently after that, I need to remember this. So basically, if I go directly east from the spawn point, get to the edge of the continent, head a bit to the south, I'll pass a plain with horses and eventually come to kind of an ice shelf that's kind of jutting out farther into this ocean. And so when I reach kind of the point of the ice biome over here, I'm going to start sailing into the ocean again. Okay, just to have a landmark, I'm going to put a torch on a piece of cobblestone next to a rose. And for whatever reason, this boat doesn't want to be pushed. Can I get into the boat? I cannot get into the boat. The boat does not exist. There's the boat. It was in a different location. Fix your game, Dinnerbone. So basically, I want to just mark this location because from here... Oh, wow! I was about to say I'm going to go sailing out into the ocean again to try to find a mushroom biome. Guess what I found? I'll give you a hint. It starts with an M, and it ends with an ushroom biome. Awesome. Awesome. This is really near the continent, too. I believe that this will be, while not trivial, like, I would be able to find this again. But while we are here, we are definitely going to get into the interior of it and do some caving. Because apart from dungeons and mine shafts, things that have enemy mob spawners, we will be able to do some very easy caving here. And on the one hand, I'm sure to some people that seems a little bit cheap in terms of a way for me to get resources. But on the other hand, this is a very, very hard challenge, and one of the CTM blocks I need was mycelium, and so you knew I was going to have to come here anyway. But basically, so long as we're in a mushroom biome, mobs cannot spawn. And yeah, so I'm just going to get into the interior and try to find like a cave system that is heading downward somewhere. And we will go below ground and see if we can come up with a haul of good loot. There is something odd about this mushroom biome, which is that I do not see a single mushroom anywhere. I know that mushroom biomes are probably unfamiliar to some folks because you don't see them very often in Minecraft Let's Plays, just because they are hard to travel to. They're often very far away from spawn point out in the middle of the ocean. I was fortunate that this one is so close to a continent. Mushroom biomes are covered in mycelium, which is this dirt-like substance, and if you dig it up without silk touch, you just get dirt blocks. They also have giant mushrooms growing all over them, and then they are typically populated with a passive mob known as a mushroom that looks kind of like a cow with mushrooms growing on its back, but I don't see any mushrooms here. And so that seems very unusual to me, because my other experiences in mushroom biomes, there have always been tons of mushrooms. And so I'm not sure what's up with that. I also managed to apparently find a mushroom biome that doesn't have any kind of natural cave entrances into its interior. It's very strange. I'm going to continue looking around. Aha! Here's a mushroom. Why are you the only one? Where are your comrades? I just heard a cave noise. And so I believe there's a cave right down here, and so I'm going to go digging. All right. So the mushroom, that's good news. I am near the edge of the mushroom biome here. This is still not the ideal place to go. I prefer to dig down into the center so that I could start caving. Well, yeah, it could be scary all around. This is not a super large mushroom biome. Yeah, since we heard a cave noise over here, I'm going to dig down here. Basically, mobs do not spawn in a mushroom biome. It's not that they don't spawn on mycelium, or I don't know whether they spawn on mycelium, actually. But more importantly, they don't spawn so long as the biome says that it's a mushroom biome. I could press F3 and show you guys the mushroom biome thing, but then I don't want people to accuse me of stealing the coordinates. I have pressed F3 before, but it was just kind of like get my bearings north, south, east, west. The coordinates out this far are kind of more valuable information that I don't want to cheat with, and so I'm not going to press F3 right now. But in any case, nowhere in this biome can hostile mobs spawn, and so we'll be able to do a lot of caving without encountering any bad guys. I am still lighting it up, both so that you... Oh, I hear skeleton. Crap. All right. There's a skeleton dungeon. Hostile mobs can spawn from spawners, as seen in Figure 1. I am not sure if there are other skeletons in that dungeon. I'm pretty sure that I am far enough away from that skeleton dungeon. I have blocks on my bar. I have plenty of torches. I am not going to take so much damage that I'm going to need a golden apple. I've got a sharpness. Let's go ahead... Let's switch to the sharpness 2 sword, just so that I'll be able to kill enemies more quickly if I need to. I'm pretty sure I can run in and rush this dungeon. So, here goes nothing. Oh, crap, there's another one. I'm not sure that I actually killed him. Did I get him? I think I did, but I hear another one. Okay. Let's see. I guess I'm going to have to get close enough to kill that one, or I could dig through the wall. Yeah. Just because I'm in a mushroom biome and I don't have to worry about other mobs. Let's see if I can figure out exactly where it is. It's like right... Okay, I can see some of the cobblestone right here. Oh, wow. Cobblestone right here. Oh, it's like directly under me. Okay, I am spawning them probably still. Oh, crap. There's... Okay. I thought I saw him again. Maybe I didn't. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to keep in mind that this is still ultra-hardcore, and damage is still something that I will not easily recover, even though I do have a few golden apples to my name at this point. And so we're going to be careful. We're going to break into this dungeon like we would if we were doing it anywhere else. So yeah, in a mushroom biome, mobs can only spawn... Sorry, hostile mobs... Okay, there is the top of the dungeon. Oops. Get some light right there. Can only spawn from spawners, and so you'll only find them from these types of dungeons, or from cave spider spawners that you'd find in a mine shaft. And yes, but don't let don't let that make things... Have your guard down, because basically I was in the mushroom biome for like all of 10 seconds here. I should make sure I have plenty of light around here. And we already got ourselves into a position to take some damage. Alright, come back here. He might be able to see me. Alright. Oh, crap. Yes, he is firing at me. Let's go ahead and switch swords. I don't think I need to waste the sharpness 2 at this point. I'm in fairly good shape. I need to get some more light into this room. Oh, crap! I just took an arrow. Fortunately, it was a very close arrow, and it appears that my armor has absorbed it all. But yes, I'm not doing a great job of taking out this dungeon. Welcome to Brian's ultra-hardcore series where you get bad advice on how to take out dungeons without taking damage. Okay, I am too high over here. We're going to circle around the outside over here. We are going to, just in case there also ends up being like a zombie dungeon somewhere nearby and zombies try to track their way over to me, we're going to go ahead and close that off. I think I can get... Oh, crap, there you are. Let's do this again. Let's go ahead and dig down. Get at the floor level of the dungeon. Add some light. Okay, there is kind of a big cave system over here. Add some more light right there. So the skeletons may be wandering about quite a bit. Let's take a peek over here. Get another torch down over here. I think for the most part, I have it so that new skeletons... That seems... Dungeons come in, I believe, 3 different sizes. I believe the footprint of the dungeon can either be... Okay, whoa, he's got an enchanted bow. Footprint of the dungeon can either be 5x5, 5x7, or 7x7, if I'm remembering correctly. And I believe that is the large one. I believe that is the 7x7. He might be able to see me there, and he's got an enchanted bow. So let's see if we can continue to cowardly make our way around the floor so that we can find a place to hit the skeletons at their feet safely. Alright, there's a skeleton. Actually, I have a bow and arrow. Why don't I do this? Can't quite make it through there. Can I do it there? Yes, he's going to see me. But then I'll walk over here probably, and yes, I can finish him off like that. There's one more. He's going to see me as well. He'll probably walk right over here too. Oh, those foolish, foolish skeletons. Always walking over because their pathfinding tells them to. Even though it's a suicide mission. I still hear at least 2 skeletons remaining. So once again... Okay, there's one. There's a chance that he'll be able to see me and shoot me here. So we're going to do this. Basically hit him, and then the knockback from me hitting him. Alright, I do still hear one more, and it's possible that we're not sufficiently well lit on the far side of the dungeon over there. It's possible the knockback that after I hit him with my sword... Alright, we're going to take a little bit of risk in here. Alright, he must have walked up these stairs. Let's make sure that this is all well lit. Are there no chests in here? Wow, I've been unlucky with respect to that. Alright, we're going to close this back up and we're going to go back around the other side to go find the other skeleton. Yeah, because the first skeleton dungeon, which admittedly was in a mine shaft, and that kind of terrain aspect. Alright, I came through over here, and then I closed this up. So is he out here somewhere? Hey, Skelly, where'd you go? Sometimes as it intersects the mine shaft, the terrain generator kind of overwrites where there might have been chests. And so it's possible that I didn't get a chest because of that. Hey, crazy skeleton, where are you? But then this one was a nice big open dungeon. I was just talking about the different dungeon sizes, and this is a nice big dungeon that apparently... Oh, there he is! Crap! He doesn't see me. And so I was very lucky about that. Why don't we close up that hole again? And now he walked over here because his pathfinding says, aha, I know how to get to you, Brian. Okay, I believe that is the last of the skeletons. Ah! Alright. So we took over the skeleton dungeon without damage. I don't care about the bones. I apologize for those of you who think that that took a very long time, because it did in fact take a very long time, and I'm kind of embarrassed about how slowly I did that, especially knowing that no other mobs were going to sneak up on me in the meantime. But, yes, how surprising that we found one of these big dungeons that does not have any chests. And so no loot for us today. Alright, I'm going to do some more exploring. I'll probably do some fast forwards or some cuts, because it'll presumably be a little bit quieter as we explore more of the mushroom biome. But I will see you guys in a moment. Alright, it's raining on the surface. Looks like the sun's about to rise. Here's my mushroom pal. And, once again, I'm in a mushroom biome, so I don't have to worry about mobs in the surface, even in the dark and the rain. But... Ooh, is there a light over there? Is there like a lava flow? Yeah, there's some kind of lava flow over there. Alright, I'm gonna go check that out. Maybe there'll be a cave. Alright, there is indeed a cave up here. And perhaps more cave system further below, which is what I want. I already have a bucket of lava in my inventory, I do believe. Yes, I do. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to block this off, and then we're going to see where this lava is going. Ooh! I could be making it up. Maybe I'm making it up. I really thought I just heard another skeleton for a moment. No, I hear skeleton. There's another skeleton dungeon. Do you hear that? That is Crazy Town. I've talked about... Look at this! Look at this! It's a dungeon right here. That is crazy. So in previous seasons, or the previous season of Exploration and Tactics, one thing I did was I kept track of all of the dungeons that I found so that I could count them. Because it is the case that dungeons are supposed to be in the proportion of 25% zombie dungeons. Sorry, 50% zombie dungeons, 25% skeleton dungeons, and 25% spider dungeons. Oh, I just... Ugh. Alright, so fortunately he was very close to me. I am embarrassed by the fact that I managed to just take another arrow. But fortunately, with all of my armor and some projectile protection, I did not actually take damage. Yes, and so I had previously been... Oh! Alright, let's be careful, because a skeleton might have spawned in here, but it doesn't look like he spawned in here. Let's go ahead and close that off for safety, just in case. Yeah, I guess there actually isn't room for a skeleton to have spawned in here. The way that things are set up. Alright, I'm just going to drop a torch in there. Oh, crap, there could be skeletons out here, too. Alright, that's pretty dangerous, just because they might have spawned through the wall, so to speak. You can spawn anywhere within... It's about 4 blocks of the spawner in all directions. And so it's possible that skeletons, if this is a small dungeon... oops, crap. That's not what I wanted to do. Don't open it up so they can see you. Have spawned outside of the dungeon proper, as it were. Oh, crap. Alright, you guys are going to see me unless I... Alright. So let's go ahead. I think there's enough light in here now that new skeletons will not be spawning. Especially if I actually leave my torches in. I still hear one skeleton, but I believe he's inside this room. So let's see if we can find him. Alright, now I have good news, which is I'm pretty sure I saw a chest. Alright. So yeah, I'd previously recorded the frequency with which I encountered different types of dungeons, because I'd always been convinced that I never find skeleton dungeons. And it turned out that the proportions were in the numbers that they were supposed to be. Not exactly, but pretty close to half zombies, a quarter skeletons. I just want to make sure that as I get over here, right, that there's still no skeletons in here and that I put enough light in here so skeletons couldn't possibly spawn. A quarter skeletons and a quarter spiders. I did find slightly fewer skeleton dungeons than other dungeons. Apparently I have like a stack of arrows. Wow! 13 and cat. That is cool. Those are things that I need. The arrows I will pick up, although I might end up leaving them behind. Alright, these are 2 of the Victory Monument blocks. I don't know, actually. Previously, it was the case that in the game, you would only find in dungeons these 2 discs. They've since added 10 more discs to the game that you can get by having skeletons shoot creepers and kill creepers. I don't know if dungeons now spawn with any of the other discs, although by virtue of the fact that these are the first 2 I found, I think it's unlikely. There's more horse armor, so apparently that's a very popular kind of dungeon drop. I want to continue exploring around the mushroom biome, but I do want to hold on to these objects that are valuable to me, so I'm going to carry them with me. I would be able to find my way back to the skeleton spawner if I needed to, but we have a lot more cave to explore, and I would like to see if I can find some gold and whatnot. Oh, look. Here's another way in to this kind of cave. It's like in the side of the mountain here, basically. I'm still above sea level. Very interesting. So yeah, in any case, I've only found 3 dungeon spawners thus far in this season of Exploration and Tactics in Ultra Hardcore mode, and all 3 of them have been skeleton spawners. And so, that would actually, if I counted the dungeon spawners that I found in the previous season of Exploration and Tactics, that would just about tip the balances almost back into perfect proportion. Because I had a small dearth of skeleton dungeons relative to the other 2. And if you add these 3 in, that would just about add back up. I should add like an annotation into the video, or some text, that says what the total numbers would be from last season plus this season. Alright, I'm going to do some more exploring around. I have no idea after I edit this where we're going to be in an episode boundary, so just in case it happens to be the case that we're at a place where this episode's going to end, I hope that you guys are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more exploration of this very friendly biome. Woohoo!